A big part of PSO2 is the gear drops. There are hundreds of weapons in the game, and you will be consistently picking them up. One boss kill can drop around 20 random weapons and other gear. 95% of these, however, you will never equip, but do not just throw them away. A lot of them can be used as fodder to enhance your current gear and upgrade your abilities. First, let's talk about enhancing. The best way to enhance your items is by using previously enhanced items to improve your current gear. These will give a lot more enhancing XP. To raise the attribute on a weapon, however, you need to use the same weapon as fodder in the enhancing process. The easiest way to get already enhanced gear is by acquiring unidentified weapons and doing the basic identification at the item checker in the shop area. When you basic identify, it gives a decent chance of giving you already enhanced gear. Now, when enhancing your weapon to plus 30, there is an option to use great enhanced success items. These items can vary from 20 to 50%. Using these increases the chance of hitting a great success, giving you more XP on your enhancement level than before, lowering the time it takes to fully level your gear. When you start enhancing a weapon at the item lab attendant, every 10 to 30 levels, there will be a cap on your weapon to unlock its potential, giving it a specific ability costing photon spears. These abilities can be really good for a specific class. That's why in Phantom, I use a Pulse Orb for its skill due to its damage increase and its PP changing from active regen to 5 points every second. When using this weapon, I can gain PP even when I'm using my abilities, making my minigun move last even longer than it would with the PP boost skill. If I were to have a PP boost reduction skill as well, I would basically stay in the air for an eternity. So all in all, finding a weapon with a skill that fits your playstyle can be extremely useful. Lastly, the max level on a weapon is plus 35. To get from plus 30 to plus 35 on weapons that you get from an exchange, you need to use the same weapon to enhance it by 1 level. Weapons that are dropped from raids, however, automatically have the level cap at 35 and can be enhanced with any weapon. What's cool about reaching plus 35 on weapons is that it gives you a free ability to use as one of your 8 abilities in the adding abilities process. Now, let's talk about enhancing units. Units are a bit different. They have 10 levels instead of 35. They also enhance differently. You do not use other units to enhance, but rather grinders and Meseta, and you have a chance to fail the enhancement. The higher the level on the unit, the easier it is to fail. You also have a chance of losing 1 to 2 enhancement levels if you fail. To be able to lessen the chance of losing a level, you can use a risk reduction item, and you can use a grind success rate item to increase the chance of success. Let's move on to abilities and affixes. There are tons of things to talk about, and with the recent patch, some new things have been introduced. I personally don't know if these changes will carry over from JP to NA, but we will have to wait and see. So weapons and units can have up to 8 abilities, but people tend to go with 6 or lower on gear due to the rarity and cost of getting 8. The reason why is that to upgrade abilities on an item, you need to have the same amount or more abilities on the gear you are using as fodder to upgrade the abilities on your current gear. When you add or upgrade, every single ability has its own chance of succeeding. The rarer the ability, the lower the chance. There are also certain abilities that will always have 100% success even when trying to add an extra ability. They are called S-Class Special Abilities. There are 8 ranks of S-Class abilities, with 1 through 5 being used on weapons and 6 through 8 for units. There are multiple abilities for each rank, and you can only have 1 of each rank on an item. You can also add more abilities on gear than what it had before, but adding extra abilities lowers the chance of success by a percentage multiplier. The higher the amount of abilities that is already on your weapon, the more drastic the debuff is. If you fail an ability, you will lose that ability, so be sure to be careful. Now, one way to increase the number of abilities without having a very low chance of success is by using abilities with 100% success. These include some low-end ones, all S-Class abilities, and your plus 35 weapons free ability. Once you have the right number of abilities that you want, you can proceed to change out the bad with the good without that horrible debuff. Now, to increase the success even more with low success rate abilities, you can use multiple weapons that have the same effect on them to increase the success chance. The other way is to use ability success up items that you can get from the X-Cube shop and wait for the day with the Affix weekly buff. Even when going for rare abilities with a low success rate, with these buffs you can still hit 100% success even with the percentage multiplier debuff. Though there is another way to add abilities instead of using gear as fodder. They are called ability capsules. You can acquire these from SG scratches and AC scratches. Now, any item that is acquired from the AC scratch can be sold on the market, but not SG scratch items. These ability capsules are quite rare and can be extremely expensive on the market. Though even if the price is high, these capsules are extremely handy in getting the right abilities on your gear. Now, if you are still having a lot of trouble with affixing, there is a very handy site to go to. It's called the Affixing Assistant. I will make sure to put a link down below. It has a lot of cool features that allows you to create certain setups to help you figure out what you need to get your affixing done. You can also help others by copying and sending the link of your setup that you created to anyone. This allows you to save all of the builds that you have created for later. With the recent patch, Sega has introduced a new in-game feature that allows us to more easily transfer abilities from one item to another. The Special Ability Transfer allows us to copy and paste all of the abilities except S-Class from one weapon to another. You can also use ability capsules in the transfer process, allowing you to easily create a weapon of mass destruction. Meaning if you found a 15-star weapon and you wish to have the abilities of your previous weapon, this gives you that possibility. If you already have S-Class abilities on your weapon, you are able to keep them and choose what abilities you want from the abilities you are transferring over. Though this is an endgame feature, and the reason why is that it costs transplant passes. These passes can be gained from the recycle shop and are exchanged with Class X cubes. You can get Class X cubes from filling up the level caps XP bar, randomly from endgame emergency/urgent quest drops, and from other drops like the Masquerade Ultimate Quest. The amount of transplant passes needed to transfer over abilities grows with the more abilities transferred. Transferring over 8 abilities costs 100 passes. That's 200 Class X cubes. The amount of time it takes to get these is anomalous for casual players. Now, since you aren't able to transfer over S-Class abilities with the Special Ability Transfer, they have made a similar feature called S-Class Special Ability Transfer. This system is a bit different. Instead of copying and pasting, you are trading the S-Class abilities between items and leaving the other abilities alone as they were. This also only costs a lot of Meseta to transfer depending on the number of abilities, so you don't have to worry about passes. Now, like I said, I don't know when this will be implemented on the NA version. This patch is a very late game content, meant for people who constantly play every month. And with PSO2 just being released, we may not even get this patch for a while. Though, that's all I have for you today. Thanks as always for watching. If this video helped and you would like to see more in the future, hit the subscribe button and the bell to the left. Also, if you need any help with questions or just want some people to play with, hop on our PSO2 West Discord. And as always, thanks to my Patreons and helpers that help me stay on track and to help keep these videos coming. So thanks again for watching, and I hopefully will see you all in my next video.
We dance.